Hey guys. Okay. This is a huge UFO sighting I had in Chatham in the 80s. I don't know when. I can look it up, but I'm not. I'll take my word for it. It was in the 80s. Oh, I don't know the date. It's on a piece of paper somewhere in a room full of boxes and junk. And I ain't looking for it. Sorry. Anyway. So I work in a truck plant. Cross the railroad tracks, down the road about a mile, three-quarters of a mile. And I work in a truck plant there. I clean it with a couple other people. And every night after school, or every evening, yeah, after school, I think it was. So that's what I'm doing. Cleaning the truck plant. And I get done at 9 o'clock, make my way to the security office, go through the security office, and go home. So it's about 9:30. And I'm walking down the road, and I'll Google it here. So I'm walking down the road, and the sun's gone down. This was in the summertime, I believe. Something in the early fall, late spring, summer. As good as you're going to get. Anyway, the sun's gone down. So I'm thinking it was a late spring, early fall. Anyway, I'm walking. It's totally peaceful. 70 degrees. 70 degrees, peaceful. No wind. That whole weird feeling is in the sky. But I don't recognize that. I'm just telling you the weather. There's no wind at all. And it was almost dark, like almost 10 something. So I'm walking down this road. Then just walking. I ain't feeling anything. And I walked down this road hundreds of times, right? Over the years of doing that job there. And I had more than one UFO or weird ass encounter. I had the Mennonite ghost kid appear on this road 3 times in a row. I had another UFO sighting I've not yet told you about, and this one, and I almost got hit by a meteorite on this road. So this is the road. This is the main road. And it all happened at the same time. All these events happened roughly the same time. Okay? Just to let you know. In the evening. Which means something for me anyway. Or maybe everybody. I don't know. But let's talk. I'm walking home. I just saw a pheasant in the weeds over there. I'm walking home, and I'm looking at the ground, thinking stupid, whatever. I don't even remember what I was thinking, just walking. I wasn't thinking about UFOs, that's for sure. I didn't feel nothing. Just normal everyday thing. And I look up, and there's a big, red, giant, egg-shaped crowd. And it's big. Really big. Big as a house. If not bigger. And it's sitting on the railroad tracks. So I stopped cold. And I ain't that far away from it. Almost a football field away from it. And I'm looking at it. And it's just sitting there. On top of the trail that I have to walk. So if I was there, I'd walk right underneath of it. Underneath the craft. The craft is sitting on the trail that goes up to the railroad tracks. I cross the railroad tracks, I go down another trail to my house, which is one to the left. One property to the left. And I'm like, ambush. That was my first. No, I didn't think that, but later I did. I'm looking at this UFO. It's just sitting there. And then my heart I got no tingles, no nothing. It was like a standoff, like deer in the headlights standoff. And I'm like looking at it, and it's sitting there. And I know it was there for me to see it. It's not random. It's there for me to see it. And I'm like, wow. Then I start running towards it, and my heart's glowing. My heart is glowing like crazy. My inner light is like, and I'm like, finally, this is it. This is it. This is it. And I'm freaking. I'm running, and it ain't moving. It's not moving. And I'm running right at it. I'm running at it, but it's still far away. But as I start closing the gap, it starts moving over the houses. But I thought it was on top of the railroad tracks, right? Because there's nothing there. There's no trains parked there. There's nothing, just railroad tracks. And that's where I thinking it would be. But then it went behind the trees, which are on the other side of the tracks, in the people's lawns, okay? So it was actually further away, because when it went behind the trees, I started losing sight of it. So there was leaves on the trees. So it wasn't late fall or anything. It was still summer. And it went behind the trees, and I could see it between the tree branches and between the trees. And so I stopped, and I looked down, and I started running, and I'm looking, and it was gone. And I ran up the trail, and I stood in the middle of the railroad tracks, and I'm looking for it, and I looked to where it went, and I couldn't see it. I looked back this way in case I'm looking all around. I looked this way, and I'm looking, and it wasn't there. I looked back this way, and there it is. It's on the railroad tracks, and it's going down the railroad tracks. On the railroad tracks this time. And it's going down. And no, it didn't. I could see it behind the trees still going that way. It didn't come out on the railroad tracks, sorry. I ran up there. No, I didn't see it at all. See how the mind screws with you? It went that way, behind the trees. Yeah, it went west, above the houses, behind the trees. I ran up, and I'm looking, and it's gone. I can't find it. That's right. Now, where did that memory come from? Because that's not what I saw. Remember, this happened 30 years ago, so. All right, so I couldn't see it that way anymore because it was gone, but I should be able to see it because it was huge, and the trees weren't that big, and it should be there, but it's not there. And I looked this way. I don't know why, just because I wanted to scan the whole sky and try to find it again, and I was starting to panic because it was gone. And I was starting to get pissed off. It was gone. I'm like, no, fuck, no, man. I only got to look at it for a second. A few seconds. Well, it seemed like a few seconds. And then I looked back in front of me, and it was over the suburb, about a mile away, over the suburb. And now where my aunt lived, my uncle, and the kids that we went to, you know, they lived about a mile away in a suburb. There was an empty lot, Indian Creek, and then a suburb. And it was over top the houses. And it was spinning, and I'm watching it, and it was spinning like this. Here, maybe I can find something here. Here's my cell phone. It wasn't flat, but it was spinning like this. It was egg-shaped, and it was spinning. And when it went like this, you could see the bottom of it, right? A little bit, like that. And it would spin around. And as it was spinning, every time it spun around, it would jump. It would spin and jump. It would spin and jump. And spin and jump. And so it was doing that. And it would move. And it was slowly moving over the suburb this way. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm just soaking it all in. I'm looking at it. And it was huge. And I compared it to my aunt's house. because I couldn't see her house directly, but the house in front of hers, and then the empty lot, Indian Creek, empty lot, and it was huge, guys. It was huge. It was fucking huge, dark reddish brown, and fuzzy around the edges, like there was a fuzz around the edges of it, but it was solid in the middle. And I'm soaking it all in. I'm seeing how it's moving, and it's moving to the left, to the east, and I'm like, I need a witness. I need a witness. And a car turned towards it, going up the street. But I don't think he saw it because he was just driving normal. So I figured I need a witness. So my mom is in the house. I can run to the house and call her out, and we can all go out and look. My brother, sister, whoever. I need a witness. So I'm like, well, this thing is still slowly moving. It's still visible. It's still going to be there when I get in the house and come back. I know time and how long it takes. So I run. Boom! I go down the hill, off the railroad tracks, running to my house, run through the backyard, run up to the door, and I go, my brother and my sister were sitting there at the table. My mom was cooking. I said, come on, guys, you got to come look at the UFO. You got to come look. I just burst in and go, UFO, come on now. We got to go. We got to look. Come here and look. So everybody jumps up. We run out, and we run down the driveway, and it's gone. Just like that. There's nothing. And they're like, yeah, Richie's smoking again, right? I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck off. Screwed me again, right? So everybody's laughing, walking back in the house, thinking I'm fucking crazy. And, so I went back in the house, did my shit that I had to do, get some supper, grabbed the dog, went up on the roof and sat there all night waiting for this thing to come back. It never came back. Yep. That was it. But it was huge, guys, and it was there for me. There's no houses around. It was sitting on top of that goddamn railway track, now blocking the path. Blocking the path that I had to go up to get to the house. And it was there for me to see it. They wanted me to see the ship. Now I don't know what thoughts I had that made them think it. But I had a lot of face-to-face contacts. I had a lot of experiences before this, like spiritual experiences, the arrows and everything, the dreams, face-to-face contacts, them doing flybys. I had a lot of that in the years before. And I remember, I'm thinking, well, nothing happened to me for a long time with the face-to-face contacts. They never came for a long time, like a month, almost all summer. I think maybe they only came a couple times, and I started to forget, and I started to question it again, if it was all true or not. I didn't know, and then all of a sudden the UFO was sitting there to remind me, right? Blew me away. Blew me away. Unbelievable. No missing time. There was none of that. None of that stuff. Just, wow. Really freaked me out. It was huge. That's not the last time I see the big red UFO. The big red UFO. I actually got a picture of it somewhere. Not me. I never took a picture. I wish. Almost did a couple times. But every time I go to take a picture of it, the damn thing blinked out as I put my finger to the... as soon as I put my eye to the camera, it goes boop. That's it. Every goddamn time. So I figured, you know, there ain't nothing gonna happen with the photos. I never had a camera at this time either, so... But man, did that freak me out. That was my first real solid, right in your face UFO. It was that night, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. No people out. Not really. There were people out, but... And there it was. Right there over the city. For everybody to see. I listened in the morning. I go, someone else had to report it to the newspapers or the police or something. Nothing. No reports. Not one report. Blew me away. So, that's another UFO sighting I had. I'll put the Google here. I'm going to do some Google work to show you the road I was coming down and the UFO, where it was each time. I sat up on a roof all night with my dog. Never came back. I couldn't figure out why. Why wouldn't you come back? Now it's 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm alone. There's no one around. You can come back now. Why? What the fuck is... What's the game, right? What's the game going on? I don't understand. I could never understand it. But I know they're watching me all night. I can feel that. They were far away, but I can feel them. Yep. Fucking guy's still on the roof. We ain't coming back, dummy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I don't know, the feeling, the excitement. It's like your secret. It's like a secret you have, but you don't know it. And then they come, and they boom right in your face. Yeah. This is for you, man. No one else. You ain't gonna get in your face any more than this. And they won't let no one else see it. They could have let my brother, my sister, and my mom see it. Nope. You could have let anyone else in the fucking neighborhood see it. They could have came back in the middle of the night. Nope, nope, nope. It's that one little thing. At one time when I was coming home from work. Blew me away. So what is that about? How come that happened? These are the questions I had going through my head all the time, right? It's like... I knew something was going on, but I didn't know I had a soul. I did, sort of, because I was doing spiritual work too, meditating at this point, trying to get in touch with my soul and spirit guides and all this stuff, but not hardcore. I don't know. They just did it to now that I think back on it, they just wanted to, like, they hadn't shown up for a while, so I started to think it was all just hogwash, bullshit stuff. So they put it in my face, just another kick in the face. And plus, I probably wish to see a UFO, like a real one, a solid one, not two lights on the highway, on the road. Although that was cool. The last UFO sighting I had, where I'm being chased. This is more friendly. Maybe they're showing me the different kind of ships. Maybe they changed the ship. I don't know, but this is what I saw, right? I don't know how it works. But that's where they would have came out. Remember the last UFO sighting I had? When the two lights came out on the road? That's where it would have had been, right at that empty lot, because the empty lot was at the trail. They would have came out on the road where the lights, the lights came out on the road, and that's where I would have seen it. That's the only place that had enough space, but who knows time and space with them, right? It was in this area, so maybe that was the answer to that question. I don't know. I had a lot of questions. I was doing a lot of freaking out back then. But I have more face-to-face contacts, a lot more. And you forget about them all the time. Because I'm not a part of it yet. I haven't accepted them yet. I think. I haven't accepted the UFOs yet, or the ET face-to-face. I knew it was happening, but I didn't accept it. I don't know. It was like a fine line in there where... Because it's so prolonged over... summer, right? You have a bunch in the summer and then nothing, maybe one or two in the winter, more in the summer than in the winter. Probably because you were outside more. I don't know. I always had more contacts and UFO sightings in the summer. I don't know, guys. But it was fucking awesome. And how it moved. Wow. And it looked like an egg. Imagine an egg. Imagine an egg. But it was same on both sides of the egg. It came out of a pointy on each side. So you're looking at like that. Like an egg. But if you turn the egg sideways, it was flat and circular. I don't know. And then when it moved like this, every time it moved, it'd circle around in one spot. It would circle like this. God, I was going to have something to show you here. Maybe this will be. Pretend this is the thing, the UFO. It would circle, and you're looking at it sideways, and it looks like an egg. And then it would circle like this. You know, I'm trying to do it right. But then when it would circle like this, it would move. And then come in the circle again and move. Circle and move. It was cool. It was cool. It was weird, man. You try to figure out the physics or the dimensions and everything in your head, and it's just like... Blah. But anyway... blew me away. Hey, alright, enough daydreaming here. Okay, that was that experience. That would really change my life for the UFOs. That helped me out a lot. And it was like meant for me to see. It was like an intimate moment between the big fucking scary aliens and me. It's like, here you go, Rich. Look, you're not fucking insane. But the verification I needed was my fucking brother or my mother to see it. But who knows what that would have done to me. Just other people seeing it would have isolated me, and they would have fucking, you know, psychologically. Maybe that's why they didn't show no one else. Because they knew what would happen. They know this stuff, man. They gotta know this psychological stuff. That's why they do it. That's why the big ship never fucking downtown Chatham or Windsor, or it's never downtown, the big ships. You never see them. Rarely. At least in my case. I go out in the woods when I go camping every year with my buddies and everything. There it is. Every time. Not every night, but if I go camping, backpacking for 2 weeks, there it is. And my friends see it. Every time. So, and then we're coming up. I got a lot more to go. A lot more stuff to go through yet. Okay. I'll see you later.